All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Listen, I want to shout out some fathers today. Want to encourage and shout out some fathers today. Hope that is all right. We are at the place and point Saturday before Father's Day. Saturday before Father's Day, and I want to give you a great shout out. Every father, every stepfather, every father-in-law, adopted father, godfather, father figure, wherever you are, however that feels to you, want to shout out to you because you're needed. Definitely needed. And I want to say thank you for being in that place of fatherhood for somebody who needs to be uplifted, invested into, poured into because they may lack a father. And so I want to say thank you for being in that role. Want to salute you for being in that role. And we know sometimes fathers in this season time, sometimes they get overlooked. We go all in sometimes for Mother's Day, but not always Father's Day. So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being the father that God has placed in your life, called you to be. You are important. We need you to keep going. We need you to keep making it happen for us because it's just good to have fathers. It's good to have fathers. And I want to encourage anybody who wants to give a quick shout out your father, say something, whatever, in regards to what your father's done in your life, what he's taught you to be, trained you to be, however is that father figure in your life. Give them a shout out, give them a thank you. Make sure that you show him some love. So I want to give that first off the cuff. And if I hadn't announced myself, let me say that I'm Pastor Julian, and it's Ask Pastor Julian platform. Of course, here we always talk about empowerment as well as entrepreneurship. And so a lot of times, as I said earlier, we don't always shout out the brothers, don't always shout out the fathers. And so I want to shout out the fathers today. And I'm going to introduce our life class session that we're going to be doing starting at the end of this month and dealing with it every Tuesday in July. We're gonna be talking about the men's life mastery class and how to create an action plan for your life so that you can be everything you need to be, everything God called you to be in this season and in this time. I'm gonna deal with that a little bit later, but I want to talk a little bit about from this subject, God sees you. And sometimes I know for a fact that fathers and men, and sometimes, if I could take it so far, I would say sometimes black men, a lot of times black men aren't seen as they would like to be seen, or they should be seen. So I want to encourage you today to tell you and let you know that if you are the type of man, the type of father that is putting in work, that is putting in effort, that is going for what you know, doing the best you can. I know that sometimes it may not seem like you're seen or appreciated, but I'm here to tell you that God sees you. God sees your effort. God sees your love. God sees your labor. God sees your hard work, and you will be rewarded. And he's going to come lift you up, give you strength. And you're going to see that it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't matter if everyone doesn't see you as you should be seen. What matters at the end of the day is that God sees you, because when he sees you and he sees your effort, he sees what you're putting in, sees what you're, how you're investing in yourself and using the gifts that he's invested inside of you, how he sees that and blesses you accordingly. So with that said, I'm gonna check out the chat right quick. And then I'm gonna move into a scripture that I want to share with you right quick. It's gonna be John chapter 5. All right. Okay, cool. John chapter 5. And I'm going to move this over so you can see my screen. Yeah. John chapter 5. And I'm going to start reading here at the first verse. I'm reading from the King James Version. I'm actually putting this up from BibleGateway.com just to have it on here for you to see. Yeah. John chapter 5, first verse says, "After this, there was a feast of Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem." Second verse, "Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda," Bethesda means house of mercy, having 5 porches. It had 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. Now, why were they waiting? Because an angel of the Lord went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever the first person that steps into the water was made whole of whatever disease that he had. 5th verse tells us about this man. It says, "And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years." Look, and this is what it says in 6th verse. "When Jesus saw him lie there," remember I said God sees you. "When Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in this case, he said unto him, Will thou be made whole?" That's the question he asked him. The impotent man answered him, saying, "Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool, but while I'm coming, another steppeth down before me." While he was trying to get there, somebody else always showed up first. He was trying his best, putting in effort, trying his best to get there, but somebody got there first. Jesus says unto him, "Rise up, take thy bed, and walk." And immediately the man was made whole, took up his bed and walked. On the same day was the Sabbath. And I'm going to deal with that a little bit more in a second. But this is the interesting thing about it is, many times when I first read the scripture, when I read where Jesus walks up to this man, he's been there 38 years. He asks him, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be healed? Do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be delivered? And he says to him, he said, "Well, I've been trying to get there. And every time I try to get there, somebody get there before me." And when I first read this years ago, I thought the man was complaining. I thought he was complaining about the fact that nobody helped him. But really what he wasn't complaining, he was explaining that he was putting in effort, he was putting in time, he was trying to get there all this time, but nobody was helping him get there. Well, number one, he was trying to get there, but somebody always beat him to it. Then number two, he was trying to get there, but had nobody to help him. So he didn't get there first, and he had nobody to help him get there. But he was putting in work. He was putting in effort, trying to make it there, trying to get to the source of his what he thought would be his deliverance or his healing or be made whole from that point on. But nobody was able to get there to help him out. So here Jesus sees the fact that this man was there a long time and understood not just that he was there, but the case that he was in. See, look, it says in the 6th verse, it says, when Jesus saw him lie there and knew that he had been now a long time in that case. So not only was he there laying down, but his situation was that he was trying to get there, putting in effort, trying to get there, but he needed a little bit of help. He was trying to get there, but he needed a little bit of help. And I think about how many young men, older men I talk to who just are trying their best to get to that place of deliverance, get to that place of change, get to that next level in life, but just need a little bit of help. They may have made mistakes. The things may have happened and transpired in their life to where it may have had caused them setbacks in life before. And here they are trying to push forward. Every man not trying to be lazy. Every man not trying to get over on you. Every man is not trying to be devious or use the wrong type of means to do people. There are many men out there, my boys, my friends who I call close. They are doing their best, putting in work, putting in time, putting in effort to get themselves and their families to the next level. And sometimes all they need, and God understands this, all we need is just a little bit of help, a little bit of help to get us to that point, because you may have been or know someone who is trying to get that job, trying to support that family, trying to get that career off the ground, trying to get that business off the ground, trying to get this book written, trying to excel, trying to get that new song they want to write, whatever it may be, and they're like trying to get that new home, trying to just move forward in life, whatever that case may be. But for some reason, something is like holding them back, or they need just a little bit of help to get to that finish line. Well, I'm here to tell you, my brother, I'm here to tell you, my friend, I'm here to tell you, young man, older man, I'm here to tell you today that God sees your effort. And it may seem like you have been doing this for a long time in this case. It may have been months, it may have been years that you've been trying to deal with this issue, get past these issues, but it seems like you're not able to move forward. I'm here to tell you that God sees you. And as long as you understand that God sees you, the question is coming to you, do you really want it? If you really want it, you keep pushing forward in the effort, because God sees your effort and he is going to make sure that you're going to be blessed accordingly. You're going to be healed accordingly. You're going to be made whole because you put in the effort. You put in the work. No matter what other people are saying, they're disagreeing with the way you or the process you're doing or going by it. They're not happy with how you or your state of being. But the same people I find out that maybe complaining about what you're doing many times the same people who will not help you. So look, I'm going to show you this in the text. Let me show you this in the text. 8th verse, he says, Jesus said unto him, rise, take thy bed and walk. 9th verse, and immediately the man was made whole, took up his bed and walked, and it was on the day of the Sabbath. All right, so 10th verse says, the Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, and is it the Sabbath day? Is it not lawful for you to carry your bed? It ain't lawful for you to carry your bed on the Sabbath day. 11th verse, it says, but he that made me whole, he's the one who told me to take up thy bed and walk. So what is he saying? Listen, you knew that I needed help. You knew that I needed some assistance. You saw the effort I was putting in, and you didn't help me. But the one who cured me, the one who made me whole, he's the one that told me to take up my bed and walk. I much rather listen to the one who healed me than trying to fit into your rules and regulations and your law that you want to hold me down. Those same laws that you have kept me bound for 38 years. And maybe you, a brother, you know someone who has tried to grip you and hold you into a certain case for so long because they want you to be delivered the way they want you to be delivered. And you got to be careful about certain people who only want you to be freed if it's their way. They only want you to get ahead if you do it their way. They only want you to speak if you do it their way. They only want you to be healed if you're going to do it their way. And if you don't do it their way, they find all the other things that they can complain about how you're not moving forward. But this man says the one who healed me, the one who cured me, because he didn't know it was Jesus at the time. He said, but the man who cured me, the one who brought me out, he is the one that told me to take up my bed and walk. Take up my issue and walk. So the very thing that was holding him down, holding him captive, now he's able to pick it up and carry it around and and show as a testimony of this is what held me back, held me down all this time, but now I can be free. Now I can be delivered. And don't you know that when you're putting in effort, when you put it in work, the very thing, sometimes there's hindrances, that there might be just one thing that's blocking you from getting ahead or moving forward. But as soon as God is ready to break that chain, break that bondage, to get you past that point, you're going to look back at the thing that was holding you back and say, listen, look how small this was. Look how insignificant this bed is. Look how insignificant this issue was that was holding you back. Look how much authority or how much power I gave to the people who were talking to me, telling me that I couldn't make it or I couldn't do it. Telling me that I had to do it a certain way or be a certain way or it wasn't going to work out for me. How small and insignificant that is now. So I just want to say this, and I just want to encourage you that God sees your effort. He's going to come. He's going to heal you. And don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about who wants you to do it this way or that way. Just make sure that you're doing it God's way, and he's going to reward your effort in due time and in due season. He's going to do that. He's going to do that for you. He's going to make sure that you have what you need in the right season and the right time. All right, let me check the chat right quick. And then I'm going to go and see. I'm going to show you what we're doing for July. All right. Again, whenever you're seeing this, you can go ahead and shout out your father. Whenever you see this, you can shout out your dad. All right. Now in July, or they actually going to start the Tuesday, which is the June the 28th, the last Tuesday in June, right before July. We're going to start a class that we're doing, a life mastery class, and I'm going to show you this because I really want to encourage brothers. I really want to encourage men to be them best selves and to come up with an action plan for their lives. I know that a lot of people feel like that problems arise because of decisions, and people think that good men don't make bad choices, but sometimes good men make bad choices. It's not that they're not a good man. It's just sometimes they have made bad decisions in life. And so I want to help some brothers out. I want to help some brothers to get them a good action plan so they can minimize the mistakes. Not saying mistakes won't happen, but you can minimize the mistakes by having a good plan, action plan for your life. And so I want to submit this challenge to you that's going to start in June. So let me move this over right quick. Transition this over so you can see what we're going to be doing. And the headline here is, and I have the link to this in the description here. Basically, we're dealing with men's issues, men problems. It says, discover the solution to the single biggest mistake that good men are making. And what is that? It's bad decisions. And I said, hint, it's not the women. Sometimes we say, well, you're doing bad because of your decisions with women. It's not the women. It's the man, because man has the authority. God has given man the authority. So we're going to deal with that. Yeah. So this is the Life Mastery Plan Challenge that we're going to be doing. And I want to show you the secrets to producing the life results you've been searching for. So if you have been a brother who's made mistakes, or you know somebody who is making mistakes, have made some things they want to turn their life around, I want you to invite them to this challenge. And so here's some of the things that we're going to be talking about in this challenge. It's going to be a 5-week commitment, 5-week challenge every Tuesday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I want you to make sure you be there for this. And it's some of the topics we're going to be dealing with. We're going to be dealing with the masculinity crisis. We'll be dealing with self-care and self-conditioning. Going to answer the question, man or woman, who's the real prize? We're going to deal with that biblically. Yes. We're going to be talking about the action plan, mastering the failed plan that you used to have, and how to get your plan right back in order where it should be. We're going to talk about choosing your career and lifestyle. There's a lifestyle that you want. There's a lifestyle that you want that you can get. There's a lifestyle that you want that you can receive. The question is, are you willing to put in the time, the effort, and the work to get that type of lifestyle? You can have it. Let me say it again. You can have it. You can have it, but you have to make sure that you put plan in action for that type of lifestyle. So there's some things that we're dealing with. You're going to also be talking about the sexual marketplace, where you fit into that, how that works, dealing with relationships, dealing with love life, how to manage your sex drive, who to date and who not to date. And it's okay for you to choose who to date and who not to date. We're going to deal with issues with pornography. I know a lot of brothers, men are dealt with pornography. We're going to deal with some issues and strategies that work to help you get through those things. We're also going to talk about investing. And I know I have on here crypto investing, but we're not going to just talk about crypto investing. We're going to talk about investment, period. How it's important for you to be investing now. It's no longer an option. You have to invest. And we're going to talk about why that is the case. We're going to talk about why and how money works. Is credit a good thing? Is good credit a good thing? We're going to deal with that as well. Yeah. And then last week, we're going to sum it up talking about, and of course, Father's Day is this weekend. We're going to talk about, for those who need this help, becoming the dad my father never was. So we're going to deal with the identity issues and stuff like that, being present and things of that nature. We're going to talk about these things. So you can click on the link and learn more about this. Somebody asked what the cost is. Okay, the cost is $97 for the month. The entire month is $97 for the 8 to 9 o'clock session. Now how we split up is we have a 8 to 9 session where we're just doing training. We're doing training on the topics that we're talking about. And then the 7 to 9 session on the same day is going to be $197, where we're going to actually do the VIP experience, where we're going to actually do the session, but also have a Q&A session where we deal with and answer every single question you may have on the issues of the topic that we're dealing with. Every single question will be guaranteed to be answered if you go with the VIP package experience that we have for you. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're talking about. You are to click on the link. Go ahead and click on the link and begin the challenge with us. Again, we're going to start June 28th, Tuesday night. June 28th, Tuesday night. And it's going to be every Tuesday from that point on. Right? So we want you to go ahead and join this challenge. We are empowering men with this challenge. This is not a man bashing sessions. These will not be women bashing sessions. This is all about empowering men, and we're going to deal with every facet of your life, your personal life, your love life, your finances, all those things, your credit. We're going to deal with all those things to empower you to be better. Listen, I a lot of times, and knowing this, being in ministry for so long, I hear where a lot of topics and sermons when it comes to men on Father's Day, it's all about men step up. You need to step up and do this and step up and do that. Where I'm not here to tell you to step up. I'm talking to the men who have already stepped up, who already is in a position just to go higher and want to do better. I'm talking to men who say, listen, this is where I am. I'm ready to take it to the next level. This is what we're talking about. Not dealing with all of the mistakes in the past. We've all made mistakes. Not worried about the mistakes you made in the past. All I'm concerned about is where you want to go from this point on. And we want to help get you there. We want to help get you there by the power of God. We're going to be dealing with biblical principles, experiences, all the things you need to get you to the next level in your life. So go ahead and click on the link and accept the challenge, and we'll see you on the inside with that. With that said, I want to wrap up again and say thank you so much for joining me, watching this video. If you like this video, please share it with someone. Also click on the like button, click on the love button or whatever. Place a comment in the comment section to let us know how you felt about this. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, wherever that category may be: father, stepfather, adopted father, father-in-law, all of those things, a godfather, all those things. Happy Father's Day to you. Hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Remember we see you inside on the challenge. All right. Love you so much. Until the next time.